Well, it's that time of year again where we get to relive some traumatic moments where we have to try to buy some NECA items from Target.com or in stores, and then the international people have to try to do stuff on Haulathon.com, and then you got Toys R Us in Canada. What is going on? So it's 2023, we've got Haulathon again, and what is that? For some of you, you may not know, but that brings up some traumatic moments for a lot of collectors, especially last year. So what is this thing exactly? Well, in this case, it's when NECA partners with Target and Haulathon.com. It's called Haulathon, but the Haulathon.com website is part of Costumes.com, not Target. When, you know what? Let's just start with the basics. So what we know that's coming right now based on the brands, we have NECA, Gremlins, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Munsters from Rob Zombie, Sonic the Hedgehog, Kid Robot, Hello Kitty, and Alf. But those are all really just kind of things that NECA's bringing to the table. So it's a partnership between NECA and Target, and as it says on the website, it's called Haulathon. It's the first of its kind global collectors event featuring the best in exclusive figures and never before seen collectibles. It's a 4-week, one-of-a-kind collaboration, and it kicks off March 3rd and will be available at Target and Target.com within the US if you're international. And yes, buying NECA and TMNT, the cartoon stuff of NECA, can be really challenging for international buyers. Go to Haulathon.com. That is where you're gonna get all of your items. And if you watched my tips on buying NECA for new collectors, I actually bring up Costumes.com, which is part of Haulathon. So when you go to Costumes.com, at the top, you'll see Haulathon. You can click on that, and it only happens once a year. Now, technically, there was another event like this in the fall of last year, but it was called Fall Geek Out. And that was with Target again, but it wasn't exclusive to NECA. It had McFarlane and other brands that had worked to collaborate. But for those that are looking for NECA, the same kind of experience came to be, where you could go into stores, and some stores unfortunately have put the stuff out on the shelf way before the March 3rd street date. But you would pick up those items that you were looking for, hopefully. If not, you could go to Target.com and just have them shipped to your house. If you were international, you were kind of left in the dark. But again, Haulathon.com, except for I think on that side it was actually technically through Costumes.com, but doesn't matter. It's all the same people, and it gives you an opportunity to buy items that you've been looking for or can't get overseas. And let's be sure to add some stuff in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. I want collectors, new and established, to be able to find these things with ease, which is the point of this video. But we all have some different ideas and tips and experiences. So let's share that down in the comments. Let's go down there and keep this conversation going. And to the best of my knowledge, these are the items that will be available, but probably spaced out every Friday. Now, every store is different. And like I said, some stores have already put all this stuff out and people are lucky enough to get them. Not so lucky. I checked my stores, but there's nothing out. And, you know, maybe if I follow my own advice, going early in the morning and talking to somebody, they'll pull some stuff out of the back. We've seen it some other users online, but this is what we know that's coming for sure. So first up is the very desirable TMNT accessory set. This has some awesome stuff in it, little baby turtles, a TV, a VCR, and a tape, and an old gaming system, and it's $59.99, which is a bit chunky on the price, but you're getting a lot of stuff, and that's probably a very desirable item, if not the most desired of this whole list. Then you get Rex 1, who's $49.99, Red Ronin, $34.99, Man Ray, $39.99, Mirage Shredder Clones, $39.99, Rhino Man and Mighty Hog at $59.99, Lotus and Chakahachi at $59.99, Ultimate Zog, $49.99, Archie Jaguar, $34.99, Spider Gremlin, yeah, it's back. It's been gone for a long time. It's a holy grail for a lot of people, and it's $59.99. We have the Short Gangster and the Tall Thug for $59.99. Then you have Jersey Red and Grunt for $59.99. Mona Lisa and Dirk Savage, also $59.99. And then the Black and White Usagi Yojimbo for $34.99. And that adds up to a lot of money if you're buying all of those things, but I imagine some of you will be happy with just a couple pieces, or you just need to collect the cartoon line, which is a lot and expensive to get all of that. But hey, we kind of knew this for the last couple years or whatever, that is gonna be an endless line, and you really gotta buckle down and save some money in advance, because that's a lot of stuff and it's not gonna stop. But if you're doing the Mirage stuff or the Archie comics, then you can actually get some stuff, you know, and not go broke. So that's a bonus. What on this list are you most excited to get? And I brought it up earlier. If you are in Canada, select items will be available at your local Toys R Us store. Man, I missed that store, don't I? Now, the good thing with Haulathon's website is that you can actually sign up with their newsletter down in the footer, which I do recommend highly to docostumes.com. That's great information. Now, when you do Haulathon, you get an email immediately after signing up. You know, it's just a default one about the event, except for, well, that event is from last year. It tells you the dates, which are wrong, and the information's wrong. So disregard that email, and maybe you'll get some future ones. I don't know. And they really want you to follow them on social media, and they talk about it everywhere in the emails, and the website, and other social media. It's like, follow us at Haulathon. But they only tweet during these events. So you don't really get a whole lot of information, but still good accounts to follow if you want to get this stuff in your brain space ahead of time. So we have a lot of great items coming our way and a couple ways to get a hold of them. For those of you that like to go out in stores and hunt, now's a good time. Don't wait for the March 3rd date, apparently, which is a bummer. But I do want to recommend another video, which will be in the description and linked at the end of this video, that talks to the best ways of getting items like this during events from Target if you don't have the stuff out on the shelf all the time, because it should be there. But this should be fun, and if you can't find it in the store, you don't want to go through that hassle, just go to target.com if you're in the US and just buy it that way. It's easy, right? There might even be store pickup available, so you don't have to pay shipping, and if you do pay shipping, it's probably not a lot. If you're buying multiple items, there's probably free shipping in there somewhere. I don't know the details, I've forgotten, but at least we have some options. And international customers, I'm sorry, shipping is going to be expensive, and if these things are coming out in 4 different waves through March, then what you want is probably going to have to get bought 4 different times and pay shipping 4 different times. I'm sorry, there's not a build a bundle that you can ship out at the end of it. Not that I know of, unless they've changed something. Hey, save these for me and I'll buy them at the end of the month. I really doubt it. So to recap, we got Target stores, we've got Target.com, Canadian customers, Toys R Us, select items, and then if you want other stuff, join the international people. I mean, you're international too, on Haulathon.com, and check starting March 3rd and every Friday after that, for 4 weeks, you're gonna get opportunities to get a hold of these items, and I'm sure some stuff that I didn't list off today. I hope there are some extra surprises, and I'm sure a lot of us would love to have a re-release of April O'Neil. And come on, fix that face, fix it. She looks so weird. But to figure out the best way to find these items in your Target, then watch this video here, and we'll see you next time.